Hello, everybody. I'm Nina Hartley. Welcome to Tuesdays with Nina. This week, I have a very special post because I have gotten questions from the bloggess Jenny herself. So, hi, Jenny. So, she sent me some really fun questions, and this is just a little hint of what you can send to me at tuesdayswithnina@gmail.com, and I will answer them as well. So, here you go, Jenny. The best lube for a slip and slide, she says, and no, this is not a euphemism. I'm going to have to go with silicone lube because slip and slide uses water, and the water-based lube would just get rinsed away. Definitely silicone-based, or quite frankly, between you and me, non-scented cooking oil, much cheaper. The silicone lube, man, that's more expensive than, brand name coffee per ounce. Yeah, cooking oil, canola. So animals are considered furries. No, sorry. Are animals considered furries since they're attracted to other animals? And actually, no, because to be a furry, which is someone who is attracted to people, quite frankly, in animal suits, that is called a paraphilia. So since animals being attracted to other animals is natural, they would not be considered furries. They'd be considered normal. However, I was thinking, well, if animals were attracted to humans, would they be considered skinnies? Who knows? Third one. This is a good one, Jenny. Thank you. Are there times when I am listening to someone talk about a question and I pretend to be all accepting and, totally fine with it, but deep inside I'm going, oh my God, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I can say in 26 years, less times than you'd think. I really do try to hold on to my very strong belief. If it's consensual behavior between adults, fine. I may not like it, but if I don't have to do it, I don't have to like it. I just have to be assured that it is consensual and that everyone's adults. So very little. I have done things like, wow, I never thought of it that way, or really, that is really unusual. But I've never gone, oh my God, what the fuck is wrong with you? Because who knows why we like what we do, honestly. If people saw what my husband does to me, they would go to me, oh my God, what's wrong with you? So I have no position to judge. Which is sexier, angels or centaurs? Dude, centaurs, of course. Hello, that half man, half horse. Yeah. Although, and they both can fly. So there you have it. So I'm going with the centaurs. And can you go blind from doing it too much? Absolutely not. Or all of my fans would be walking around with white canes or dogs. So no, you can't go blind from doing it too much. But that does bring up something, of course. You can get mental distress if you are masturbating more than you think is right or normal or proper. And what, of course, we think is right, normal, or proper when it comes to masturbation, of course, comes from our family and the culture. So always, getting to the serious stuff, always when we think about when we think about why we think about sex the way that we do, we always have to look at our family of origin and our dominant culture. So, which is where we get our ideas about sex and sexuality, what's considered appropriate, healthy, normal, moral. You understand where we're going with this. And I know they used to tell people you go blind from it to frighten children away from self-soothing and self-pleasuring. And trying to frighten children away from self-soothing and self-pleasuring works really well with a lot of young girls. But it's much harder to do that with boys because of the anatomical realities of boys versus girls, or young men versus young women, etc. And so women have one set of bullshit issues around masturbation put into them by the culture and their family of origin, and boys and men have other issues because it's very hard to ignore an erection, and then there's a nocturnal emission thing, and am I going, what am I sinning, etc., and which I think a lot of men's not inappropriate, less than healthful masturbation techniques come from the feeling that what they're doing is wrong, disgusting, they should have the real thing, they deserve a partner, and so they masturbate very quickly and furtively and angrily just to relieve the itch, just to, get them to go over the edge so that they can go to sleep or back to studying or whatever it is. And that's a really bad setup, of course, for partner sex, because if your body is used to going until you come in under 5 minutes so you can go to sleep, most women need longer than 5 minutes of an erection, and more importantly, by rushing through the process, the men can totally cheat themselves out of the pleasure that comes from, as Chris Rock used to say, getting a good jerk on. It's really being able to hang out in the pleasure zone. Women, of course, are more hamstrung by it because it's easier for us to be able to ignore our genitals, and we never have to touch them directly. We have a washcloth, we have toilet paper. We don't have to manipulate them to cross our legs or get dressed. And so we can go days and days and not really be aware of our vulvas, a lot of us. Unless you're a naturally horny person, in which case it's a whole other set of contradictory and conflicting feelings. So often men need to learn how to take more time with their pleasure and their masturbation so they can stay in the zone long enough to connect with a partner. And women often still need to be encouraged to find their pleasure zone, to masturbate at all. And so they can become more literate about their own bodies and literate about what it is they like and don't like, and so they can share that with their partners. So there you have it. Thank you, Jenny. I am Nina. You can write to me Tuesdays with Nina@gmail.com. Thank you, and I'll see you next week.